Hey y'all. Yeah. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody doing all right. Y'all like and share, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, boo. Y'all like, share. Hey, Josh. The video. Um, yeah. Y'all, this is for educating, researching, commenting purposes. And we're going to get into Angie Stone and her team. But before we get in Angie Stone and her team, close that screen though and start letting all them flies up in here. Yeah. Y'all don't forget your membership. Get your membership. $2.99. Shout out to our Pisces and Angie Stone. Angie Stone put a team together after 3 people allegedly robbed her publishing. So she hired a young man that we're going to hear about in a second or two that was on her team, and he was going to work with her. But he was saying, I'm not going to tell you what he was saying because then I'll be giving away. She was allegedly robbed. Okay, so I want to show y'all this video first so we can start. Before we start, let me see. Hold on. Josh, you're not the first today. You had competition. Okay. I'm gonna shout out to my mods and shout out to all of you out there contribute to the channel, support the channel. Don't forget to support the channel if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Okay, let's take a look at this, y'all. There is a video that I'm not going to play it because I already have it. If you want to see it, you can go on my channel. But it's a video that Angie Stone created. About her legacies, about her financial, how they try to rob her. But I'm not going to play that because I already have it. Why did you stop on him? Don't stop on him. No, honey. It's not in stone. I like how that lady walked out of there. Campbell. Okay, I won't show y'all this video. I just have so much problem with my internet when I come down to STREAMYARD. Let me go back out. Okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I want y'all to take a. I'm not gonna hold y'all up, but I don't like to be. I'm so impatient when it come down to stuff like this. I want to show y'all something. This guy right here that I'm about to show y'all, by the name Stone PAXTON, he was part of her team, and we're gonna get into that. Okay, here you go, right here. Okay, that's PAXTON. And he was part of her team. But only thing I don't like, y'all, I don't have nothing against him. I don't know him or nothing like that. I don't even remember his music, when I did research on him. But I think it's not right to, even though he's not giving out names, I don't think that it's right for him to speak on her financial situation. It's okay to say it. It's okay the way he's put it out there that the industrial thieves had stolen about 40 songs. See, my thing is he trying to put closure on it, but he got to be careful. He got to be careful why he decided to go live. He the only one talking. He's the only one talking. And she mentioned his name on the team. And so Stone, what she called him, Stone and his team, they had uncovered some information for Angie Stone, but I don't think we need to know this. I don't think that we should know. We as people don't need to know everything. Just something, but not everything. So, in other words, they're trying to say that she was broke before she, was in that accident. But they, yeah. So let's take a look at this. I know this. Let's listen to this. Let me turn it on. I want y'all to listen to this. Okay. Now this is Stone PAXTON right here.
Give you somewhat some kind of closure for Stony, okay, which is what I called her and which is what she called me. So I'm going to get into the story of there were three people that Angie was set on when it came to taking her publishing, and these were her words to us. And as we researched the things she felt, we found were true. Okay, so there were three people that she mentioned that were once deeply involved with her that she said were taking from her. And as we got deeper into our research, like I said on the last video, those things we found to be true. Let's go deeper into this conversation. There was a gentleman that was a part of Angie, and I can remember the phone call when Angie called me, and she was actually introducing this person to me. And this was before she got rid of the person, right? And she told the person about me and the team. And this person didn't even want to speak to me on the phone. As a matter of fact, this person was being very kind of, cold with me on the phone, very short.
Hold on, yeah.
$3,900 just for being
Camper between the commercial and camper.
Cold with me on the phone, very short with words with me. Very just very cold and short and meticulous in how they were talking to me. And the words, they almost not even really talking to me, would talk over me and speak to Angie while I'm on the phone, while we're in a formal meeting of introduction. This is Stone PAXTON. He represents this. This is what Stone's going to do, him and his people, blah, 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 right? Well, this gentleman wasn't really he didn't even want to talk to me. He's just very disrespectful. Just going to call it what it is, right? So after that conversation, I get an email, and it was an NDA, right? And I was like, what is this? Because, we had talked about what we were going to do, right? It was an NDA. And so I hit Angie, and I was like, yo, Stony. I said, somebody sent me an NDA. I was like, what is that about? And she was like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that NDA. I said, why? I said, why is this? Who is this dude, right? Because she didn't tell me that this person was helping her on a certain level of I'm just gonna say that with paperwork and stuff, right? She explain that to me. She didn't disclose that to me. I just thought this guy. So so she tells me this guy sent the paperwork. She says, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." She said, "Did he email you?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it." I can't remember if it came directly from him or someone else. So she said, "Don't sign it. Don't worry about signing it." I said, "Okay." I said, "Yeah," because that was just kind of weird, you know. Fast forward, she started to tell me that she suspected this particular person had been taking her songs and stealing from her, right? So I was just kind of like, I didn't ask many questions. I didn't go deep into saying why, you know, what's this guy's position. I just listened to her. And I said, okay, so I'll send you the paperwork over so that we can move forward. Because I wanted to make sure everything was solid. So I said, we'll send the paperwork over. The team will get the paperwork over so we can make sure that this guy knows that we're representing you. And we did. She signed the paperwork. She signed our agreement. And we moved forward. Then we start reaching out to this guy. This said person who had been handling a lot of her business. And so stay with me, you guys, because the story is like a roller coaster. So this said person who was handling some of her business concerning her catalog publishing, and when it came to certain advances and stuff like that, she said this person was handling, right? So all of a sudden we couldn't get a hold of this person. I text this person. They said, "Who are you?" And I told them who I am. And I said, "We'd like to talk with you about Angie, about Angie Stone. And we've taken over her." I think I said something like we've taken over the management of her catalog and stuff like that. And we'd like to have a talk with you, the team. And he said, "Send an email to my office," or something like that. "Send an email to my office." I'm wording what he probably sounded like because, you know, I didn't hear him verbally say it, but he texted. So I'm just visualizing the way he said it because through the text, I could feel that's the way he was saying it because he already knew who I was. So I felt like he was extending that energy again that he extended on the phone call initially. So I said, "Okay, cool." He said, "And I'll get back with you." So I sent what he needed. I sent the paperwork. We sent the paperwork to him to show him that we had taken over representing her. And he never responded. A month later, he never responded. But the day afterwards, when I initially sent him that message, Angie called me the next day to go backwards, and she said, "Did he respond back to you? Did he call you back?" I said, "No, he didn't call back." She said, "Yeah, he's probably not going to call because he know he busted," right? That's what she says to me. And I said, "Wow." I said, "Yeah, well, I'm just going to keep on trying." She said, "Yeah, he's probably not going to call you, Stoney." I said, "Well, we're going to keep on trying. I'm going to keep hitting him up until I get a response, until he talks to him." So he never responded via email. And he never called back, ever, at that time. So we're making it through November, and Angie's going through different situations, and we're talking. There's things that she needed handled, and she didn't want to go on the road. She said, I don't want to go back on the road to have to financially take care of certain things. And I said, well, the sooner we're able to get a calculation of the songs and the value of everything, Ange, then we're able to get you a check, right? So Ange said, well, she said, I calculated and I'm owed about $50 million between here and overseas. This is what she said to me, right? And I'm only telling you what she said. I said, okay. I said, well, I mean, I'm sure we can get you in advance. We just need to do an evaluation of the publishing and make sure that everything is in one place so we can evaluate all the songs at once. This is what I said to her. I said, okay, Stoney, we're going to get all that together. So Angie's team in Atlanta and us, and we all came together, and we went on a mission to do that. Now, as we went on the mission to do that, and we're unveiling these things, we start to see these songs.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for 160.
These things, we start to see these songs in this person's name. Mind you, I've been trying to reach out to this guy for the longest. this said person to get a conversation as to what's going on, so we can get an understanding and why you're not calling us, right? And this person is not responding. So as we started to see songs show up with this person's name on it, many songs, we started to go, okay. And then Ange Stoney, she really started to like freak out because she was like, wow, so is that why I'm not getting a phone call back? And I mean, you know, if it's black and white, it's black and white, right? If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So I'm kind of at that point, I'm with her like, okay, yeah, this is not making any sense. He's not returning our phone calls. And finally started to get things transferred over in her name. Some of the songs started to move them and looking up and seeing 10 songs with this person's name on it, 15, 20, 30, and then, 40 songs or something like that with this person's name on it, right? And their name on it in publishing. Still no call. We can't get a call. We can't get an interaction. It didn't even matter. This person just never would respond, right? We tried them one more time, and I sent a text. I try to be calculated with the text and say something like, to get them to respond. I think I said something like, hey, sir, we're just trying to figure this thing out with Angie. We just need your help. I said something to, I'd have to look at the text, but I said something to the tone of that. Like, just trying to say, let me go a little bit neutral. Maybe this guy will respond. He still did not respond. When Angie passed away, the morning she passed away, this guy hit up her family member to give his condolences and literally said, I'm here for you guys. If you need anything, hit me up. I'm here. I thought that was rather insulting. As a matter of fact, I felt like if Angie was here, she probably would have told him a few things. You know what I'm saying? She would have been highly upset. I get a call, and I'm told this from the family that he hit. I said, what? They said, yeah. I said, and we start comparing phone numbers. And I said, let me get that number, right? So I hit him up randomly with somebody else on the team on the phone. And he answered the phone, right? And I said, ooh, he answered the phone. I was like, oh, cool, we can have this conversation. So he answered the phone. And I said who I was. I said, this is Stone. And I said, who else was on the phone? I said, listen, we're calling about the Angie situation. And the meeting began. So I sit back and I'm listening. And we're going back and forth, and the situation gets heated. And at some point, he actually says, when we're just, saying, my people were talking, and they're saying, well, Angie said you were stealing her publishing. He's like, no, I didn't steal the publishing. I didn't take nothing, right? I didn't take nothing. And then I say, well, excuse me, sir, can you just explain why your name is on all of these said songs? Now, remember I told you there's 3 different people that Angie said were taken from her, okay? Those names I will not mention. 3 different people that Angie said was taken from her when it came to publishing. This person was one of the persons she mentioned, right? So he says immediately, I don't have it. He kept saying, no, I don't have it. I don't have her publishing. And I said, well, how do you explain? I said, hey, I'm just telling you what we found. In our research, we found your name on all of these songs. I said, I got a copy of it. I can send you the copy. We got it. We found it, right? He actually says, well, somebody did that. Somebody setting me up. This what he says. And I'm only repeating what this person said. He said, somebody must have done that. Somebody must have put my name on there. Now, granted, there's 2 different names that were on there, right? He had one name one way, and he had the other name the other way, and they were LLCs, but they're both his names. They were both his actual names, right? So we're just listening to him, right? And then my people are on the phone, so they start back talking, and we kind of let him talk, and he's just talking, and he's going into all these variables about how he paid for Angie's mother's funeral and all this. He's just going into all these other variables, you guys. And we're just listening, right? At this point, we're kind of just like, let him talk, let him get comfortable. And he started talking about personal stuff with Angie's life, and we didn't want to hear that. We just want to know, where is her publishing? Where is money at? We didn't care about nothing else. But we let him talk. Sometimes you got to let people talk so they can reveal There's a revelation in the conversation, right? So with him revealing, as he was talking, we were hearing what we needed to hear. It got to a point where the conversation got kind of heated, and he was actually saying things like, I don't have to tell y'all shit. I don't have to give y'all shit. Now, these were his words to us on the phone. And the conversation seemed like it was about to go somewhere else. Then it got tapered off, right? And we brought it back. It came back, right? Now, initially, he was saying he didn't know anything about the publishing, right? He didn't know where it was. He didn't know anything about it, right? By the end of that conversation, before we got off the phone, this guy actually said some of the most unpredictable, or he said the most unpredictable thing that we didn't expect he was going to say. He said to us, he said, no, this is what he said before he said that. He said, I don't have to give y'all shit. He said, first of all, before I tell you anything, I need you to send me, I don't know, I don't do on the phone stuff, he says. I don't do this verbal, right. He said, right? He said, I need y'all to send me the paperwork to show that you were representing her. And my people said, we sent you this a long time ago. Then I say to him, yeah, I emailed it to you. We text you about it. You had multiple emails of us trying to get a hold of you, and you never responded. So now you're telling us to send it to you again, but you already have it. So he was he was saying that I don't do nothing verbal on the phone. I don't do all that verbal stuff. After he had already said I don't have to give. Now at the end of that conversation, this same person said, right before the conversation was over with, I kid you not, I'm not even making this up. You can't make stuff like this up. This is like a freaking movie, man. It's just unfortunate that we lost Angie Stone, our sister, man. It's unfortunate we lost her. This is like a bad movie, man. So by the end of the conversation, the same person is saying this. Well, okay, listen, I do know where the publishing is. And, once y'all send me that paperwork, I'll connect you with the people that's got it, and y'all can yell at them. This person's exact words. And we all were in shock. I was in shock. I actually couldn't believe it, right? So I say to him, do you mind if I call said person and get them on the line too? Because that way we can get all this cleared out and open. My exact words, right? He said, sure, go ahead. I click over, I call Angie's family. We get a few people on the phone, everybody's listening and talking, and he starts back talking. And this young lady that's speaking, as soon as he heard her speak, he doesn't like her at all, right? At all. Because during our conversation, the thing he mentioned to us also about Angie is, he said, Angie's got all these weird people around her. And I told Angie she needs to do non-disclosure agreements with everybody. And then I didn't like this one particular girl around Angie. And I told Angie, I don't like her and I don't really want to deal with her. And you need to do non-disclosures with people. Now, some of the things he said, now I'm starting to understand, made sense. Some of the things he said, and I'll tell you on part 3 what I mean by that, right? Some of the things he said made sense when it came to non-disclosure agreements with certain people. Because certain people you just can't trust. Artists, celebrities that have people around them and they're discussing their personal business with people, and people have ulterior motives with celebrities. And some people just want to be attached to a celebrity. Some people want to be that celebrity. Some people want to live their life. Some people want to be them completely. And if they can't be them, they lay under them and be around them every day. You have a lot of people like this, okay? So celebrities have to be careful. So I understood when he said that, right? Pertaining to certain people. And this particular person I kind of felt the same way about. Later on, as I got to know this person a little bit more, because a few things happened and I kind of stepped back and didn't want to deal with this person no more, right? So this person and this gentleman, they were kind of going at it, and I said she would like to speak to you. And so she went off on him. She told me it's full of shit. She said, you're bull. We tried to get a hold of you. You didn't answer none of your calls. And yes, your name.
Never pay for your internet again. Discover the Ultralink free Wi-Fi router built with.
Woo, this is so interesting. Hello, y'all.
Yes, your name is on the publishing. Absolutely, your name is on the publishing. We pulled it all up. We have all the paperwork. You're a liar. You don't return under your bond. I mean, they were going at it so much so that my people had to tell him to relax and calm down because for some reason he just has this thing about her. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but he didn't like her and he doesn't like her at all. So we finally got that calmed down. She said what she had to say, and she said, "You're full of and you're a liar," and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And you took her songs, and she was going in on them too, right? So, and I told him, I said, "Yeah." So that's what I was trying to tell you. All the songs show up in your name, and we're just trying to figure out why. We're trying to figure out why these many songs are in your name, right? Then there's another situation where her original deal that she still owned 50% of, we couldn't find where that 50% of was. Now I'd have to pull that. I got that paperwork on me because Angie sent it, but I'd have to pull it up and I wouldn't show the paperwork, but I'd read to you the breakdown and what she was getting back then so you understand what she was owed. So, and then another person that she felt like had just completely dipped on her. She couldn't get a hold of this person. They left out of her life. And all these people seemed to reappear when she passed away. Now, once again, what I am sharing with you are the things that I am privy to knowing because I was part of helping her. I was helping Angie. And these things I had to deal with. These things I had to be a part of. These things I had to help figure out how to solve to make things better for her so we can get her some money. It got to a point to where, you know, I wish that everybody that had never met Angie could meet her because this woman was an amazing lady, man. She always knew how to make a person feel special, like a brother or a sister or uncle or a cousin. She just had that thing, man. She just had a super warm heart. But I hated to see her go through struggles. When she was in the hospital, I didn't actually know she was in the hospital the times that I was talking to her. She was sick in the hospital and was still calling me. And I didn't know she was in the hospital until after she was out. When she told me all that time she was in the hospital dealing with that situation with her kidneys. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, I said, you know what? I said, even if I have to borrow equity from one of the homes that I have interest in, I'll give you the money to cover your bills until we close on this deal. That's how deeply invested I was in believing in Angie and what she was owed and wanting to see her not go through anything remotely close to having to deal with any sort of struggles. This woman is one of the most valuable women to soul music and neo soul. The most valuable.
All right, y'all. That was the voice of PAXTON. That he was part of her team, and you heard from him when he said how she was suffering during her final days. Y'all, let me tell y'all people something before I can show you the next video. You don't need but one. You can, if you have two kidneys and they are functioning okay, don't be afraid to give somebody a kidney because you don't need but one. You can live with one kidney. I don't know how we born like that, but you don't need but one kidneys. So so you can donate it. I wonder why she would have a problem with her kidney. Why didn't nobody donate her a kidney? That's what I don't understand. And also he spoke on how Angie was upset when she realized that there was no reason why she should still be on the road. She at her age, she around my age. She don't want to be on no road. You don't want to do the same things that you don't put time in. She was singing, that's her job to sing. It's just like y'all go to work every day and they, take out insurance and take out everything. So I suggest anybody they get into that music and stuff like that. On the side, have your a bucket and put your money in that bucket because those labels, the label producer and all of them, them people right there be taking. They don't stole that. They sit up there and stole that girl publishing like that. They put their name on her paperwork on that. They stole from her like that. They took her name and off and put their name on there. How in the world? This y'all, you know what? Let me let y'all see this because I just can't believe it. I would like to hear from some of y'all because see, you can get tricked like this in life with paperwork and stuff. Now let's get to Angie, y'all. And then also before I go, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for him, okay? He said he said that Stony said his team uncovered that one of the industrial thieves had stolen about 40 songs, y'all. That's millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Whew. Jesus. So y'all, let's look at this. I'm gonna miss Angie. I love me some Angie Stone. I'm sorry. So let's watch this video. And I want to thank him for giving us that information because it's hard to get information like that. Y'all, let's take a look at this. This was part of her homecoming, but this is not going to be all of it. No.
She is queen of R&B. We are definitely going to miss her, and there will never be another Angie Stone.
Mm-mm.
Known to many around the world for her voice, started in the choir in First Nazareth Baptist Church here in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the place where Stone got her start, blessing many with her voice singing on the gospel choir. A memory an old choir member remembers fondly. Oh, amazing. Amazing. It's like she did her song and always had a message. When she wrote songs, she always had a message in her songs. And that's what I love most about her. She didn't only sing, but she had a message in her song. And I thank God for her. Kelly called Stone's voice something out of the ordinary and her music impactful, but never forgetting where she came from. Down to earth. And she loved everyone and she would give. She was a giving person. If she had anything to give, she would give it to the church, give it to the people in the community. And she always reached out to Columbia, South Carolina as being her home. Others, like Mitchell Glover, remember Stone as a person always teaching him to be great. When I was in high school, I was at a football game, and I actually sang for her before. And she was like, "Oh boy, you better use that voice. You better not let that voice go to waste." And so I had definitely been using my voice, but I definitely will miss her so much. Glover, who attended Keenan High School with Stone's daughter Diamond, says one of his fondest moments is how influential she was in schools. One of my fondest memories of Angie Stone is her being very involved in her daughter's education. I remember her, educating people on following their dreams. I remember I sang for her before. She was telling me to go further with what I was trying to do. Whether it was a school, church, organization, or stage, it's Angie Stone's legacy that will live on forever. Make sure Angie Stone the celebration.
That lady was a sharp lady, y'all. And I'm just gonna share play this little bit of this right here. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. Black woman. I'm just heard she was beautiful black woman can sing. Woo! And this is her daughter and her granddaughter.
Like, girl, go ahead. Dear mommy, where do I start? We've come so far and weathered many storms together. I remember the penny I got you that said, don't be so busy making a living that you forget to make life. Well, you took it on because by the looks of things, your life was way more interesting than I ever knew. I know you're at peace with Grandma and Granddaddy, and I can imagine the smiles on your faces. We miss you all so much, but I know the three of you are the best angels that me, Mike, Armani, and Journey could ever have. Now, Mom, the waking up 4 day in the morning for you to call about TikTok and money and be like yelling at him about something. Like, you threw my sleep schedule all the way off. Like many others. I'm quite sure y'all know about them late calls. We talk about so many things that we do together. We built a house together, no matter what it looked like. You love me and I love you. And that's all that's important to me. And I'ma miss our girl talks, going to get nails done, going to try all kind of stuff we're going to do. But I know, even though you got on my nerves, y'all don't know. Arguing with nurses. But I did the best I could, Mom. I did the best I could. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I'ma miss arguing with her. Cause she could argue real good. People wouldn't understand our dynamic. It's complex. One, you got to deal with all us. And we're crazy a little bit. Well, Ma, you brought us all together. You brought so many people together. I learned so much about you this week that I wish I would have known sooner. But I promise I'm going to keep this legacy rolling.
I promise you I'm gonna make you proud. So see well, my black beauty. I'ma miss you, baby. And P.S. What's understood will not be explained.
And this her son, for those who don't know. He cut his dreads, y'all. He lost a little weight. He look nice. Let me move this thing. She love her son. Mm. Hold on, yeah, let me take this off. If you've been in a car accident in the last, I edit it out. I made a song called Miss Angie's Son. I wrote it like for her to sing the hook. And I did the hook and she's like, nah, son, you go ahead and do it. But we went in the studio, she came in the studio, we like bumped it in my session, like just took it over. She brought in and but it was amazing, man. Like, she told me, sit down, like, but man, 2 weeks ago, man, she called me in her room 3 in the morning. She writing a rap song, like to a Ghostface Killer beat, like. I swear to God, she just was a showman, man. The show always had to go on, man. My mom had a condition with her leg; she couldn't walk. Like 6 months. And we was at Reach. She had a show, but she just so that's chill for her. We put her in a chair, we rolled her backstage. And then
chill back off the stage.
I like him.
And she was a soldier. You know, she was fighting back.
That's all. I like her son. Yeah, that's all I had. That's all I had for y'all. I get to know how they are, and when they older like that, y'all, in ways, it's just don't pay them no attention. Don't. I know they're gonna say stuff. The take out of this, I hope, and her mother was love, and she didn't get on the internet cussing. I don't care how you grieve, but you still got to be the person to be be yourself. Because I remember her daughter made a live. I mean, I'm not the grieving part like that. She gonna grieve, but y'all got to find another place to grieve. Don't grieve on the internet. The internet is not a good place to grieve. And people so if you're not an internet person, people take things the wrong way. So I hope her daughter know that her mom, she had a beautiful mom and a beautiful personality. And you want to be like your mom, be like your mom. But they owe that woman all that money, y'all. But let me ask y'all something. Do you think she ever gonna get it back? She get the right lawyer, she better get them before they get older. Cause them people who he talked to, that Stony Paxton spoke about old people right there who got her money. Better catch them while they still living. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the video. I love y'all. Be safe out there. And talk to your family.